Sunday, sharing the lead at 10 under with Luke Donald. Trying to get it going toward the end of his opening 9, and does. Gets it very close for birdie. 69 on the day for Dillette, 12 under, but one back starting this final round of this man. Jason Dufner made eagle at 2. This his third at the par 5, fifth. Couple of eagles in his opening 5 holes in the third round on Saturday. Got it to 9 under. Eventually 10 was on the tee at par 3, 14th. Nearly. And a 65. He made 3 birdies in a row on that second 9, so he would take the lead at 13 under to lead by 1. 2 o'clock, that final tee time as we are underway on this Easter Sunday in Hilton Head. Golf Channel and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, it's live final round coverage of the RBC Heritage. An event that dates back to 1969. This is the 49th playing of the RBC Heritage here at Harbortown Golf Links, Hilton Head, South Carolina. Southern tip of South Carolina, just gorgeous. Always, really, but especially this week. Weather-wise, see the flag moving a little bit, just a light breeze, and largest gallery of the week out here on this Easter Sunday. 75 degrees, 5-mile-per-hour breeze off the Calabogie Sound. Sunny skies, good day to be out there. You can get close. Check out the action at 18. Famous 18th coming in towards the Lighthouse. So many comebacks throughout the years here on the final day. Our Titleist leaderboard brought to you by the #1 ball in golf. It's Dufner, who won the 2016 Career Builder. That's his last win. Graham Dillette hasn't won, so he looks for his first win and a big jump in the International President's Cup standings. Webb Simpson got it close in the desert. Kevin Kisner, maybe a pick that jumps out here. Important day for Ian Poulter, trying to keep his card out here on the PGA Tour. Luke Donald, a tough day yesterday, but always plays well here. Terry Gannon, Kurt Byram with you. There are low scores out there today. Earlier, this for Kuchar coming into the clubhouse.
He was red hot, shot 5 under on his opening 9. Had another attempt for birdie here at 16. Able to get that go. So the potential is out there. He kind of showed the rest of the field that it can be done.
Saw a 63 on day 1, a 64 on day 2. This is 64 earlier today for Kuchar as the kids are celebrating Easter out here, and we'll watch some great golf. And Dufner starts the day with that one-shot lead. Glad to have you with us here as we celebrate the holiday with what could be fireworks on this final day in Hilton Head. Dufner with the win. Hadn't had a top 10 all year. We know what he can do, but he can't be all that comfortable seeing what Kuchar did and what's possible today.
Yeah, well, and there's a history here at this tournament of guys coming from behind to win. The last 4 winners have come from 3 or 4 shots behind. So I think the good news was Dufner was a little scrappy in the front, really solid on the back 9, and for him, he's putting really well, which he's not known for that, right? But I think when you look at that leaderboard, I think the guy that at least I'm looking at is Kevin Kisner. He's a South Carolina native. He went 64, 66, no bogeys the last 36 holes. He has a lot of momentum, and no one in the field is better tee to green this week than he is. So if he keeps striking it like that, he's going to have a lot of opportunities today. And he's kind of one of these guys, when he has momentum, the confidence comes back, and he almost gets to the cocky side. He's really good in contention.
You're going to have to post a low number to win today, no matter where you are in the top, say, 5 or 6 on the leaderboard.
It sure seems that way. I mean, it's another beautiful day. They're saying a little bit more wind today, and if those greens on the back 9 late in the day bake out a little bit, the front 9's where you really have to get it done. 2 reachable par 5s on that front 9. You need to shoot a low one on the front.
It's all relative. 35 miles per hour last year for much of the 4-day period here, and it scores very high last year. Not this year so far. Matt Gogol, Jim Gallagher Jr. with us. Craig Perks out on the golf course, and David Hack to talk to some of the players as they get ready for this final round with Dufner up by 1 along the Sound with the famous lighthouse in back of that 18th green. All right, take you out to the play at the first. Patrick Kentley at 7 under. This from 156. Craig Purpose is out there in the fairway at 1. How are you, Craig?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Happy Easter, Terry. This is an 8 iron for Patrick. So good to see him back out here playing well. This one hanging out to the right of that back left hole location.
If you want to have the best angle, you need to drive it down that right side at 1 today. Drive it down the left side, even the fairway. You may have to hit a big hook.
To the 8th, and Matt.
Well, thanks, Terry. Keegan Bradley, second shot on the way at the difficult par 4 8th. That's outstanding. We've seen a lot of players bail to the right of the green. They're afraid of that deep bunker all on the left and the hazard. So good shot by Keegan. Back to 1.
Hurley playing along with Patrick Kentley, starting the day at 7 under in the fairway here.
Yeah, one of the best stories from last year, the Naval grad winning at Congressional for the Quicken Loans. Just 142 here for Billy Hurley. This is a 9 iron. The wind has actually died down. Well, it's back into their face off the tee.
Good chance. Accessible hole location if you put the ball on that right side of the fairway.
Yeah, just right of the flagstick here, Kurt.
That'll be a good opportunity to start the day with a birdie.
That was an emotional win, wasn't it? In Congressional last year. So many people rooting for him that week. Family and friends there. Up to the 9th and the 2nd for David Hearn.
Laid back off the tee to leave himself a full sandwich to this front hole location. You're going to see some players drive it in that front bunker today. Mark Leishman actually drove it on the green today and made eagle.
312 yards, that par 4. How about Webb Simpson and where he is right now? Showed signs earlier this year in the desert?
Yeah, I think he's similar to me to Dufner in that he's usually an excellent ball striker. Hits a lot of good shots. Hits it close to the hole frequently. That part of his game that you're watching right there can be a struggle for him, and it has been the last couple of years since he decided. He had to quit anchoring the putter. So today, I think, for him, if he can see the ball go in the hole early, get some confidence going in the putter, it could be a good day for Webb.
Could jump into the top 15 in the U.S. President's Cup standings with a win today. A little earlier, Damon Hack caught up with him for a word.
Webb, a terrific run for you in Phoenix a couple of months ago. How can that pay dividends on a day like today?
Well, it was another, rep in competition where, I had a chance to win. I had putts to win. I had shots that I had to hit. So I definitely was disappointed that day, but drew on some of those feelings I had. And, every time we get in that position, it's a good thing.
Your 8th start here, a runner-up finish back in 2013. What do you think it will take to get it done today on a difficult day and in a bunched-up leaderboard?
Well, it's going to take a great round. There'll be no coasting today. The guys at the top are playing great, and it's going to be a little windy. It's going to be tough. So obviously, I think for whoever to win, they're going to have to play great.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and he did that in Phoenix too. Closed 65-64 to get into that playoff. Seen at the first green, Cantley will be first. Just thinking back to last year and the conditions here, we didn't have a player post 4 rounds in the 60s. We got a number of players who can do that this week.
There are some really hard holes out here. In fact, this golf course is only just a little over 7,000 yards long, but it has 2 holes that were inside the top 11 hardest holes on the PGA Tour, including the major championships last year. Number 14 and number 18. There are a lot of difficult shots that you have to play around this course.
Cantley, if you're a golf fan, you know the story, the tragedy. His best friend, Caddy, tragically killed, and he was right there, and he's been injured, tried to come back a number of times, finally making it back out to the PGA Tour. Was one of those guys, the go-to guys, can't-miss guys, some years ago, and just watching him, I know Craig watched him yesterday on the range. I mean, it's still there, that talent.
There was a time when Cantley was just coming out of college that, a lot of people thought he was going to have a better career than Jordan Spieth. That's how good he was and the expectations that everyone had for him. But Jamie Mulligan's done a nice job of helping him keep his head in the game, even though he's been out the last couple years. kept telling him that he was good enough. I kept telling him, you're going to come back. You're going to be fine. Your back's going to heal. You'll get back out there. And sure enough, he has.
Sounds like an easy thing, belief, but it's sometimes the hardest thing.
Especially when you're out for as long as he
Yeah.
was.
And Keegan now for a birdie. It'll be one of the few birdies at 8. And a solid hole. Drives it so well. Just needs to see a few more putts fall. Several holes left. Maybe get up to 7 or 8 under par.
Back at 1, see if Billy Hurley III can make this for birdie.
Not a surprise to see him play well here. Very accurate off the tee. A lot of quality iron shots. Very steady player.
5 back. We jump back up to 9, and David Hearn trying to make birdie. How low do you go on the leaderboard? I think I might have a chance today.
Yeah, let's see. You have 3 guys at 9 under par, 4 shots behind. I wouldn't go much lower than that, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of firepower in that those top 7, 8 guys there. Poulter's going to be an interesting story today, I think. There's a lot on the line for Ian Poulter today.
You would need solo 12th money-wise to keep his card. So right now that's secure, but nothing secure for Jason Dufner trying to win again. He'll be up by 1 when he starts.
Today's coverage is brought to you by RBC, where your success comes first. FedEx, helping small businesses simplify e-commerce.
Like the best in the game, RBC knows that success is built on a foundation of strength and commitment. It's insight and expertise honed over time. Calling the right shots with complete confidence. You may not define your success in tour wins, but to us, it deserves the same level of service and attention. RBC, your success comes first.
What we do every night is like something out of a strange dream. Except that the next morning, it all makes sense. To power global e-commerce, FedEx networks are massive, far-reaching, and yes, a little magical. FedEx.com/dream.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a coop soup.
So beautiful.
Beautiful just like you.
Oh, thank you.
And we covered it November 6, 2009. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
What powers the digital world? Communication. That's why a cutting-edge university counts on CenturyLink to keep their global campus connected. And why a pro football team chose us to deliver fiber-enabled broadband to more than 65,000 fans. And why a leading car brand counts on us to keep their dealer network streamlined and nimble. Businesses count on communication, and communication counts on CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
PGA Tour Champions action coming your way. The Mitsubishi Electric Classic. Stephen Ames leading by 1 at 9 under. 5 different players right
Canadian,
there heading into the final round. That'll be on at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Take you back out to the 8th.
Brant Snedeker. That's a terrific shot. I saw him miss about a 2-footer on the second hole. He didn't birdie the par 5 fifth either, so the round could be a lot better than just a couple under par. Back to the first hole.
Snedeker, the winner, back in 2011. We had 11 past champs in the field to start the week.
Obviously the harder you hit it, it's going to spin up a little bit more.
Yeah, just a good take a little bit off it. Take too much off it, though, good too far bit, isn't it?
Terrell Hatton just did miss the divot here, Craig.
Yeah, he certainly did. And actually sitting down in an old divot as well. 138 yards for Terrell Hatton. Back into the wind, which has picked up at this present point of time. This is just a knockdown 8-iron. And going left of the flag here, Kurt.
It's fine, though. It didn't trickle down there too far. That'll be fairly flat. So he got away with it a little bit.
And back over the second, the par 5, the easiest hole in the golf course all week. This Harmon, that would have been a nice eagle. Players are just, just about every other player making birdie at the second. Back to the first.
And Nick Taylor, the 28-year-old from British Columbia.
Yeah, just 1 yard close to 137. This is a 9-iron. Wind laid down. If anything, is back in that basin from right to left.
Nick, a Canadian. Already 2 Canadians winners this season.
Yeah, it's got to be motivating for he and Graham Dillett. This one well out to the right.
Adam Hadwin and Mackenzie Hughes have both won in this season.
Just one top 10 so far this year for Taylor. Back to 8.
Russell Knox, his third shot, hitting it to where a lot of players bail out, and that's to the right side of the green. Are you kidding? He wasn't going to let his playing competitor, Grant Snedeker, steal all the thunder on this hole and makes a birdie. It gets him to 3 under and 8 under for the tournament.
Luke working hard on the practice putting green. 65-67 for a man who's always near the top here in this event. It's come so close. We've talked about it through the week, but a 72 yesterday. Kurt just caught up with him.
You know, the ball striking, unfortunately, hasn't been that good this year, and it definitely wasn't yesterday. He missed a bunch of greens in regulation. His short game and his putting are the only reasons that he still has a chance to win today. I mean, he starts 4 shots behind, but still has a shot at it.
First 2 days, it was just magical around the greens.
Incredible. I mean, really all 3 days. But yesterday, he hit 5 out of 18 greens in regulation.
Wow.
I mean, you have to do better than that. And that's no secret.
He knows
it. It's easier to sit here and say that than do it. But he's going to have to hit more greens in regulation. And if he does, the way he putts, Matt Gogol, the way this guy putts, I mean, if he has opportunities, he's going to start making some of them.
No question. The short game has been solid. Obviously all week.
It's amazing.
We mentioned that the greens in regulation have been a little bit of an issue the last 2 days. 11 greens in regulation on Friday, just 5 on Saturday. So he needs to put the ball in play, hit the greens, and let the putter do the rest, because he can certainly make a lot.
Kind of a hard golf course to really force the issue, though. You know, you have to play all these holes kind of a certain way. You just can't overpower this golf course.
Totally agree. Back to 8 now. Sneds to tie his fellow competitor with a birdie at the 8th. Man, they're making 8 look easy, and it's not. It's typically one of the hardest holes on the course. Both players going to the 9th hole at 8 under par. 9th plays right back up to the clubhouse. Over to the 2nd, and Harmon for birdie after that very nice pitch shot. The winner back at the John Deere Classic a few years ago. Golf course that should suit his game very well. Back to 1.
A lengthy one now coming up for Nick Taylor.
Overall, it should move to his right, and it's slightly downhill. It's not the easiest opening putt of the day for Nick Taylor.
Third time at this RBC Heritage. Made it to the weekend every time, but has never threatened. Kind of a crazy day, what we've seen so far. How about Martin Keimer? He was 7 under after 10 holes. He made 5 bogeys coming in.
I mean, you almost want to ask him what, did something happen? Yeah, did you hit a tree root or something and hurt your hand? I mean, we're not saying he did.
Not speculating.
It's weird how you play that well and then let it go.
Keegan at 9, looking for 2 in a row.
Yeah, another good stroke there. Back-to-back solid putting strokes. Keegan? Matt's right. The way this guy drives it, the way he hits it in general from tee to green, if he gets that thing working, look out.
All right, Cantley had to lay up at the par 5, so trying to wedge it close and make sure he gets one of the mini birdies at the second. 196 birdies to be exact for the week. Good shot. Back to the first.
Hatton just off the edge. This guy's a lights-out putter. The best part of his game.
Huge jump overall in the last year.
There.
The official World Golf Rankings and making himself an entity. 2. Billy Hurley also had to lay up. Well, I'm going to give a little teach to Patrick Cantlay there. But a pretty good shot, about 9 feet away. Back to the opening hole. See if he can clean up here. Don't want many of those today.
No. That is a confidence builder, though, when you run one by like that on the first hole and make it coming back from 5 feet.
Now you got a par 5 as your next hole. Pick one up. Get off to a great start on this final day in Hilton Head.
The road can change in an instant. But with lightning-fast shifts and dynamic track-tuned suspension, what the road demands, the GS delivers. Experience high performance through high technology in the Lexus GS 350 and GS Turbo. Experience amazing.
Leadership is part intuition and part insight. With the right HR technology, you get total workforce visibility, whether you're on the other side of the wall or the other side of the world. True visibility into your people makes recruiting smarter, retention more strategic, and ensures that top performers are rewarded. Because no matter what business you're in the people business. Ultimate Software. People first.
This watch has seen moments that last a second and moments that last forever. It's seen the hopeful arrive and challengers who become champions. Yet it's not until we look back that we understand that at those very moments we were standing on the edge of golfing history. It doesn't just tell time, it tells history.
It just tells time.
On the PGA Tour, together, anything's possible.
A stadium of fans roar at TPC Sawgrass. One of golf's most intimidating holes.
He took her so badly that I think it was almost too much for him.
And a rivalry more heated than most. Golf's greatest rounds looks back at the 2013 Players' Championship. Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
Back to remind you, tournament tickets are on sale now. You can visit pgatour.com/tickets to get yours today. Go ahead, Byron. What do you got?
Osprey, I believe.
Oh, not an egret? Not your guess? Every
We saw an egret earlier when we went to commercial.
So
First page of the leaderboard, Dufner on top, but Graham Dillette in that final pairing, one off the lead to start. A little bit earlier, Damon Hack caught up with him.
Hammer in contention for your first PGA Tour victory. What's your attitude going into the day?
Try to have fun. I mean, that's like what I've done here the last 3 days, and it's been working. So that's the key. Just stay patient, try to enjoy the moment, and stay in the moment, I guess.
On a bunched up leaderboard, how much do you stay in your own bubble, or how much do you look at the leaderboard and see what everybody else is doing?
Well, I think for the front nine, I'm just going to try to kind of do my own thing, and try to shoot even a couple under, something like that, and then have to take a look from there. But obviously, I just want to kind of get my game plan going here for that front nine, and then we'll see what we have to do on the backside.
What has being in contention throughout your career, 6 top 3 finishes, taught you for a day like today?
Yeah, like I said, patience, I think, is the main thing, and not getting worked up over a bad hole or a string of bad holes or whatever it may be, and just try to, focus on that shot that we got going on at hand.
Have a great Sunday.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3 top 10s this season so far. He's been right there, hasn't broken through. Out to the second.
And just a moment ago, Billy Hurley for birdie. Cantlake should be paying close attention to that putt because it's on a similar line. Billy trying to start off hot, birdie. Back to the opening hole.
Ollie Snyder-Jans at 8 under par.
Yeah, very talented rookie, just from 129, great angle. And a little low bullet right at the flagstick here, Kurt.
Sean Foley's been working with him and pretty much fixed his backswing. He was a great player in college, but had kind of a funky backswing, and Foley's really straightened that thing out, becoming an excellent shot maker, ball striker.
Now Cantlay for birdie. All right, maybe got a bit of a teach there, but able to make it. And, important Sunday for Patrick to get a solid top 10. That would help the confidence tremendously. Over to 9.
Snedeker from the bunker, his third.
Oh, I bet he was thinking make right there. Looked like he was on the upslope of that bunker, which makes that shot a lot easier.
They'll tap in for par for Sneds in the opening 9 in the books at 3 under today, 8 under overall. 13 under will lead it when Dufner tees off.
Whether you're after supreme performance, advanced intelligence, or breathtaking style, there's a C-Class just for you. Decisions. The 2017 C-Class sedan, starting at $39,500. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Skin cancer, I'm doing everything in my power to stop you before you start. Use sunscreen with SPF 30 or higher.
Find shade.
Wear a hat.
Check the skin. And if you see something, see a doctor. Skin cancer, I'm watching out for you.
And I'll never let you win. At MD Anderson, we're making cancer history.
A dairy cow that talks to farmers. What kind of sorcery is that? It's not the magic wand kind. It's the RFID collar and Internet of Things kind we created with Chitley Dairy. So every cow can let farmers know how she feels and what she needs to be healthier. All with a simple text. Ta-da! Magic can't make digital transformation happen, but we can. That's the power of VMware, part of Dell Technology.
Choose Winters & Yonker for personal injury representation that will push to maximize your settlement. I'm Mark Yonker. Let our team get you the compensation you deserve for your personal injury. Do not settle for less. The Winters & Yonker experience in personal injury law will help you with your personal injury case. Call Winters & Yonker for aggressive, professional representation at 888-373-7770.
Introducing the high-definition wireless-enabled Cyclops Pro Plus from Swingshot, the golf video camera. Simply plant, point, and record your game up to 240 frames per second, anywhere on the course or range.
What I really like about Swing Shot is to be able to look at it right away is great feedback.
We are so confident this product will improve your game, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Swing Shot, the golf video camera. Order yours today at swingshot.com.
Easter Sunday pink for Jason Dufner. 2 o'clock, straight up, top of the hour is